What's up YouTube? Welcome to New Parents in Training. We got a dash cam. This is a 4K dash cam from Thinkware. So we actually bought this, and has two channels, one front view and one rear view. And this is suitable for 4K at 30 frames per second. So it's supposed to get really good quality, but we're going to see how that fares. So we have two cars at home. One of the car already has a dash cam, it's from Blackview, and that one is only like 1080. This, I really want to see the quality myself, because the 1080 one just can't really make out cars plate when the light outside is kind of dim. So it's kind of frustrating at times. But here we go. This is the front 4K QHD. That's the front camera. All right, so they have Thinkware cloud servers and user guide. It's pretty thick. They have stuff to wipe your lens with. So this is the plate that go onto your windshield. I opt for the one that hardwire into the car. So I think I need to tap into the fuse in the car as well. I'll show you how to do that. I think this is part of it, to tap into the fuse. This is the rear camera, much smaller than the front. So as you can see, this is the front, this is the rear. I think this is the cable that runs through the two. So they need to be really long, because the car, depending on what kind of car you have, if you have an SUV, then you really need a long cable. Okay, so here is a cigarette lighter plug that you can always also use. Here's a USB drive. I think if you cannot do any software upgrade via the app, you have to use the USB to do so. Some of the tags with 3M tape, double-sided tape on the back to kind of help you with cable management. Alright, so they actually provide you with the memory card to start out with, and this is a 32 gig of micro SD card. Camera itself can hold much more. I believe that's 128 gig, and there's more 3M tape. Alright, so here are the cameras. One is for the front, one is for the rear. They both go onto the windshield. And also there's film on top of it. I'm going to remove it once I finish physically install them onto the windshield. So I'm not going to try to touch it in case I kind of mess up the lens itself, do it last. But anyway, this is it. Let me go install this into the car. Alright, so finally I get to do this video. It's been a few months after I have installed this dash cam and have used it for some time. Now there's a lot to be like about this dash cam. Let's start off talking about the installation. The installation itself is not that hard. It just takes some time. So you'll be expecting like maybe use an hour or so to install the whole thing. So I have uploaded 3 different videos about how to install this dash cam in the previous episodes. I'll link them up top so you can go check them out. Basically, I talk about how you can install the front camera and then the rear camera, and also because I opt for the hardwiring part onto the car, so I also show you how to hardwire this particular dash cam onto your car so it can continue to record even when you shut off the car. But there's a great thing about this particular dash cam is it can regulate the voltage on your phone. That way, before you run out of juice, this dash cam will stop using the battery power. You can conserve the battery power on your cars. Next time when you start the car, it can start without have to jump the car. There are a bunch of alternative ways to connect this dash cam into a power source, such as external power battery. Instead of using your car batteries, you can use external battery to have even longer period of time of recording. Now let's talk about the dash cam itself, right? I really like about how this dash cam is designed. So by all means, all the buttons are physically you can press. So you don't have to go into an app while you are driving in order to get something done. Now they do have some buttons on top where you can hit. Now you have the on and off button, the Wi-Fi button, the speaker button, and also the record button. The record button is quite large, you can't miss it. So the way that the record button will work is once you press it, it store 10 seconds before you hit the button, and then 50 seconds after you have hit the button, for a total of 1 minute of footage into your dash cam. So it's quite useful, especially in an accident, maybe not involving you, but somebody else. Then you can have that footage when you are being asked for. So this dash cam has a mic on the side, so not only can record what's going on outside the videos, but also can record what's going on inside the car with audio. So the camera up front not only record videos, but also record audio inside the car as well. On the side, it also has a port for radar. You have to purchase an accessory for the Thinkware. What it does is when you shut off your car, instead of it continues to record, it only record when the radar pick up something. It conserves more energy on your car, because the fact now the dash cam doesn't record anything until the radar pick it up. The memory slot for this dash cam can hold up to 128 gig. Now, even though this dash cam came with a 32 gig memory already, but I strongly suggest you to get 128 gig into this dash cam, because the fact that this dash cam can record at 4K resolution. When you're recording at 4K resolution, you're gonna run out of space in a matter of no time. Because of that, you should set your recording into the loop. So once it run out of space, if no big event has happened, then it can loop and record over the old footage. Now let's talk about the app. Now, one of the things I strongly suggest you to do with this dash cam was, once you plug it into the power source, is to update the firmware. One of the ways that you can update the firmware is to use the USB that you provided, stick your memory card in there, and then download the firmware onto that memory card from your computer, and then stick it into this dash cam. Once you put it in there, it will automatically try to install the firmware itself, so you don't have to do much, which is a great thing. Now let's talk about the app. Once you hit the Wi-Fi button on the dash cam, the Wi-Fi light will turn on. Then you can start connecting your phone via the app to the dash cam. The connection is very quick, so that's one of the things I really like about this dash cam, is how quick you can connect to it. So that way, if something does happen, then you want to retrieve your video, then this is going to be a quick and easy solution. Once you go into the app, you can go into the live view. It helps a lot when you are trying to install the dash cam. You can see how you can align the front, and then how you can align the rear camera. Yeah, so it's very easy to help you to set up the cam when you're trying to install it. Now, some of the other stuff that you can do is like file list. You can see a bunch of category that you can get the footage from. The dash cam setting can do setting regarding your memory card. I have the continuous priority, and then you can format the memory card. And then you have the camera setting. Some people would prefer the quad HD 60 frame per second, the second selection. If you slow down the video, you can actually see much better with more frame per second, right? So some people might prefer the quad HD, but that's 2K, that's not 4K. 4K 30 frame per second is where I'm setting up the camera as. Now it will take up more space in your memory, but you will get a better picture out of it. And the rear camera is 2K already, and then you can actually rotate your rear camera if you have it upside down. Well, when you are in the app, you can also control the battery. You should always enable the battery protection, and also you can set the voltage, so when the battery is dropped to a certain degree, then this thing will just stop using the battery power to conserve the car battery, right? So this is really helpful. For my black view, I actually had to purchase a different item in order to physically control the voltage onto the black view. Now maybe they have something more updated for black view, but this thing where everything is already onto the dash cam itself. Let's talk about the likes and dislikes. This dash cam has a lot going for it. 4K quad HD, this is super clear when you're trying to record things. And then I really like the design. The design is not too bulky and kind of stick to the windshield. Because of its low profile, it doesn't really block my view when I'm driving as well. And also the fact I really like all the physical button on the dash cam, so it's easy for me to control things, especially when I want this dash cam to record. All I need to do is just hit that one button and it does its thing for me. So that's very convenient to use. Another thing I really like about this dash cam is the app. The app can connect with the dash cam seamlessly, and it's super quick and precise, and you can download the video right away as well. Now let's talk about dislike. One thing for sure is I wish this dash cam able to use a higher capacity of memory card. So 128 gig is not that much when you are recording in 4K footage, right? So it will be preferred if they can have something like 256 or even higher memory for storage. And another thing I don't like is the 4K resolution. It can only record in 30 frames per second. Now if I want to view a video in a slow motion, then it will not be that clear. It will come out a little bit fuzzy. Now it will be nice if they're able to record at 4K and 60 frames per second. Now of course you can set the setting into the 2K mode and have it record in 60 frames per second, but then that defeats the purpose of getting this 4K dash cam, right? So anyway, this is my review of this Thinkware U1000. I really like it, and I think it's definitely a step up from the 1080p that I have been using. I'll put all the product information down in the description below so you can go check them out. If you have any questions, comment down below. Until next time, bye.